Good morning. This morning I am going to have some raspberry green. Oop, there we go. So COVID has finally hit my house. Not me, as of right now. But my son has a very bad cold, but keeps pulling negative COVID tests. But my husband has COVID as of yesterday morning. So I am mostly staying in the house as much as possible. I'm wearing masks around my husband, and I'm sleeping in the guest room. Here's our raspberry green, and I'm drinking lots of tea. So I'm gonna put that in. It's weird to be back up in the guest room. Before we built the addition onto the house a few years ago, this was our bedroom always. I love this room, I really do. We basically moved down to the addition so that my son would have his own space now that he's a preteen. But it's kind of nice to be back up here. I miss my husband though. So this is steeped at 180 for 2 to 3 minutes. It is green tea, natural raspberry flavor, raspberry leaves, raspberries, rose petals, and it has moderate caffeine. So this morning I had the rest of the Pu'er Po that I had by itself a couple days ago and did not love by itself. So I remembered that Adagio at one point had a dark side of Bella Luna tea, which was a Pu'er with Earl Grey. So I used a Twinings Earl Grey tea bag and put the rest of the Pu'er, which was not enough for a huge teapot. So I used the big teapot, the rest of the Pu'er Po, and a tea bag of Twinings Earl Grey. And that was lovely because I didn't really like the Pu'er by itself. Pu'er also doesn't always sit on my stomach really well, but this seems fine so far. I'm actually going to probably try a second steep and see how it is. But first I'm going to have this green tea. I know I have a few different teas. One is a black tea that I may have today or I may wait and have tomorrow. I have sessions in the afternoon, and I have an online wellness check with my doctor, basically to go over my blood work. This morning, luckily it's online. Luckily everything I have to do today is online because I'm a little worried about being around people, even though I tested negative. So this is a light pine color. It smells like raspberries. I bet it smells like raspberries dry. Yeah, and it has you can smell the rose. You can't smell the rose once it's steeped. That's nice. It's very light. That would be a really nice, like, after lunch tea. This has got a little bit of caffeine, but probably not enough to mess me up for sleep if I have it like my last caffeinated tea of the day. Yeah, I really like that. You can taste a little bit of the rose, which I don't mind with the raspberry. Again, I'm not a huge fan of floral teas, but having it mixed in with something else, I don't mind very much. It's nice. So I'm going to drink this. I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to check on my husband, see if he needs anything. He's still sleeping. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It is very unlike him to sleep until 8. He is almost always up at 7. I am usually up by 6:15. And yeah, I'm just letting him sleep as much as he will sleep. Keeping my son home today. I let him sleep in. He's feeling better, but he's still hacking up a lung. And with his dad having COVID, I don't know. I would feel really bad if I sent him to school today and then tested him tomorrow when he has COVID. So I'll probably test him before he goes to school tomorrow. He plans on going to school tomorrow. He hopes to go to school tomorrow because they ding him on his grades if he misses activities, which is really annoying. Cheers. I will be back. Send us good wishes for getting through COVID. This is our first bout of COVID, which is pretty impressive, I think. But we've started kind of doing stuff again, and we're around people in rehearsals, and I think other people aren't as careful anymore. And my son's had a cold. My son's at school, and they're not wearing masks. That's the big thing. They're not wearing masks at his school anymore, so it's kind of inevitable that he was going to probably bring it home to us. But it's very possible he doesn't have it. He has a cold. Seems unlikely, but we gave him a test on 6 days ago, and we gave him a test yesterday, and both were negative. So even though he has symptoms, we're kind of, I don't know. Who knows? All right. Bye, guys. Hello there. It's been a while. Today I'm going to drink Always Nuts. Come on, you can do it. You can focus better than that. I guess I can't. So, I am going to start this brewing right away because I have had this tea before. It has not been my favorite tea. Not that it's bad, I don't mind it, but I haven't been super excited about it. But I was reading reviews because this is a community tea. And the people who really liked it seem to have brewed it for like 10 minutes. So I'm not going to use a ton because my thermos actually ran out of water. So this is just filled to about here. So it's going to be a small cup. And maybe I will make the rest of it when I am done. It smells marvelous. So here's the thing with Always Nuts. It smells really nice. It does have kind of a synthetic smell. So this says 5 to 10 minutes at 212. So I'm definitely going to try to do it 10 minutes, which may mean that I cut depending on how much ramble I got in me. So this has apple pieces, cocoa nibs, rose hips, cinnamon, hibiscus, toasted almond flavor, natural creme brulee flavor. Has no caffeine, which is why I am doing this video at 6:15 at night. So again, it has kind of a synthetic smell, and I think that was what I didn't love about it. I got a sample bag of this, I think for free with one of my orders because it was just coming out. So I thought I had that sample bag somewhere, but I must have used it up or someone else did and threw it away because I can't find a video on it. And I can't find it. I have a drawer of like stuff I have one cup full left that I haven't reviewed yet that I hope to slowly work my way through. Those I kind of use more for role plays. So I do like tea tasting role plays with them. And I do more of the ramble and the tea reviews here. So let me know if you prefer one or the other. I do like doing these with these little ones because if I need to set up for a 20-minute role play every time, I'm much less likely to do it. It's very hard to find a window to kind of do all that and get all the teas pre-brewed and yeah. So it has been a very, very rough week. So I can't remember when I filmed last. It was early, I think it was Tuesday. So Monday morning, my husband tested positive for COVID. My son had a really bad cold. So I don't know how much I talked about that on Tuesday. Tuesday was kind of a blur. My husband was very sick on Tuesday. Sorry, got interrupted, but I have not tested positive for COVID. I've not felt great this week. I felt really run down and tired, but that may have kind of been because I may have gotten a little bit of my son's cold. I don't know exactly what is going on, but my husband should be at 5 days tomorrow. I've also been I've been sleeping in the guest room. I've been wearing a mask around him, and it's just been a stressful week. My son was home from school Monday and Tuesday. He went to school Wednesday and Thursday, but wanted me to drive him to school instead of taking the bus. So I said, tomorrow you have to take the bus. So it's just been a rough week. And I haven't had the energy to make videos. And I really wanted to, because this tea in community is for today. So I want to be able to review it. Because I guess I never did a little review last time when I tasted it. Sometimes when you get samples, you're not allowed to review them on the Adagio site. So I have not reviewed this one, and I would like to do it, and I would like to give it a fighting chance. So I am going to brew it for 10 minutes. So I'm going to give it like another minute, because I took a little break here and talked to my husband. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I did go for a walk today. I went for a walk on Monday, but I didn't go for a walk Tuesday or Wednesday, which felt bad. I haven't wanted to go to the climbing gym because I would have to wear a mask, and just being extra cautious. I haven't been to rehearsals this week because people weren't comfortable with having me there, even in a mask. Some people at rehearsals are very, very cautious about COVID, which I understand. So yeah, I don't know. I will be ready to get back to hopefully normal next week. Hopefully I will keep testing negative. I know I probably have to test on and off for the rest of the week, because technically I could have caught COVID from my husband today. So I should wait like 5 days, like I don't know. It's hard to figure out exposure when people are in your house. So I guess his contagion level should drop quite a lot by tomorrow. I mean, I think it's been gradually dropping, but by tomorrow it should be low enough that in theory he can go out with a mask and stop isolating. So in theory, I'm going to kind of count that as my last exposure day. It's all very, very confusing. So let's have a cup of tea. Having said all that, let's have a cup of tea. So, yeah, he's a pretty pink. I don't remember this tea much. So this is a pretty, it looks kind of brown on camera, but it's actually a very pretty light pink. It really looks brown on camera. That's weird. So I do think it's like the synthetic. I think I'm really, really sensitive to natural flavorings. They feel real synthetic to me. Yeah, there's a similar tea by Tiesta Tea that's called almond cream something. You can get it on Amazon, which is really kind of nice. So you don't have to buy $50 worth of tea in order to get free shipping. But it does not have the same, like the natural flavorings in it, I guess. Or it doesn't taste like it. This... Even with the longer steep, I'm getting I'm getting a little bit of weirdness from the natural flavoring, and it's got the hibiscus in it, so it's a little bit tart. I think the Tiesta tea has hibiscus in it too, maybe. Maybe not, because I don't remember it. That one tastes really sweet. This one could probably do with a little bit of sweetener, but I don't want sweetener right now. It's the end of my day. I've already had dinner. I made a really nice HelloFresh barramundi because it's the first night that my husband really felt like he could eat and not have it a waste, because he really had been eating like oatmeal for dinner and toast. So I made barramundi. That was his choice of the 3 options. And then I had a mini popsicle, which was yummy. And so I don't really want any more sugar tonight, I don't think. It's a fine tea. That's all. I am happy to drink it, but I'm not going to seek it out. It's not one that I'm going to be like, oh, I really wish I had some Always Nuts. And I think it's trying to be a dupe for David's Tea's Forever Nuts, which is really, really popular tea, I guess. But yeah, not my cup of tea, but you may enjoy. And actually, I wouldn't say it's not my cup of tea. I'm happy to drink this. This will be a lovely cup of tea. And I'll brew the other half of this packet. But I will brew it in a small amount of water, because I think if I had more water in this with the small amount of tea I put in there, I wouldn't have gotten much flavor. I hope your week is going better than mine. Luckily, tomorrow is Friday. So hopefully my whole house will recover over the weekend and we'll be ready to go on Monday. All right, bye. Hello. I have a Werther's in my mouth, but it will be gone by the time I drink my tea. I'm going to have some Izzy hands. So, this is a fandom blend. It's one of the most fun parts about community is that you get to try a bunch of these fandom blends. So, this one is, I think, from the show Our Flag Means Death, which I have not seen yet. I know some people love it, some people are not as keen on it. Oh, that smells good. So this is what it looks like. Those are big ol' hunks of cinnamon in there. I'm gonna pop that in. So this brews for 5 minutes at 212. It is black tea, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, cardamom, cinnamon spicy. I don't know what that is. Orange, natural spicy cinnamon flavor, gunpowder, and natural cinnamon flavor. Oh, and ginger root. So on the website it said this is a little spicy because it's Izzy hands. And I don't know who the character is, so. But this is probably going to be one that I'm going to want to make into a latte. So I'm probably going to try it hot and plain here. And then I'm probably going to pour it into my bigger cup and add some oat milk and add some maple syrup, because that's how I like anything kind of spicy, chai, cinnamony. I haven't had a chai today. I have been drinking, what have I drank? Oh, I haven't had a matcha today. Maybe I'll have, that's probably too much caffeine since I'm having a black tea at noon. And I'm doing that just because I have been so tired that I can fall asleep at the drop of a hat. So I actually went to meditate at 10:50 and fell asleep, which I did not think was going to happen because I it was too early in the morning. Sometimes in the afternoon I'll fall asleep in a meditation, but it's very rare that I will fall asleep in the morning. I did get up at 5:30, but still, I think because people are sick in my house, my body is just fighting off stuff all the time. So I also have 2 sessions this afternoon, so I need to kind of rally. So I figured I'll do a black tea, but then I'm done. I'm not going to have any more caffeine the rest of the day. I'll switch to decaf. I have a nice chocolate mint I want to have. I have lots of decaf teas. My son is drinking a big cup of Cupid's Cup. He likes that with oat milk and maple syrup. And it gets him to drink liquids when he's not feeling well. I just got him a humidifier. We have had a saga with humidifiers. We bought this expensive humidifier. And it didn't work. Couldn't get it to work. My husband took it back. They gave him a new one. It worked for a little bit. Now it won't work again. And this is like an $80 humidifier. So now I bought a cheapo $20 one, which is usually what I get, but you can't always find those in physical stores anymore. Like, they only have the expensive ones. So I had to get it online, which I don't always like to do, but I got it online. It's set up in my son's room now because he's still hacking. And hopefully it won't stop working. So I don't know what is up with humidifiers in my house. We have another one that's been kind of broken for years. Like, if you turn it all the way up to max, it just turns itself off. So there's some bird outside just screaming. I looked out the window the other day and daffodils are out. Now this may come out much later in the year. I'm making a lot of tea videos, and so I'm kind of spacing them out a little bit so you guys don't get tea video overload. But it is actually the 7th of February, and seeing some daffodils outside makes me very happy. It means that spring is almost here. We have another 10 days of pretty warm weather, 50s and 60s. We really haven't had much of a winter at all. That's why I'm glad we actually went last weekend tubing out at one of the ski slopes, which was so fun. 2020 hindsight, people were probably still sick. My son, I think, kind of fibbed that he was feeling better because he wanted to go. But it was so much fun. And at least my son got a little bit of sledding in. So this is a nice caramel color. Let's taste. It's very cinnamony. I am getting some of the ginger, probably more than I would like. Yeah, very, very cinnamony. And I do get that little bit of like alcohol flavor from the natural flavorings. I think I'm very sensitive to that. And a very strong black tea taste. I actually probably would have brewed this less than 5 minutes because the black tea is starting to get bitter. This will be very nice as a latte, but it's a little bitter and a little synthetic tasting on its own, but I like it. I'm not going to rush out and buy it. Although it's funny because some of these fandom blends have been like some of my favorites. I don't usually rush out and buy them because they're more expensive than the regular Adagio blends, but I really do like them. This one I will go make as a latte and drink it all up. Yummy, yummy. So I hope you're doing well. Talk to you guys later.